Well, I have reached the Sawtooth Wilderness boundary. Time to sign in, put a permit on. Well, it is almost 1:30 on Tuesday afternoon, and I have reached Mattingly Creek Trail. This is the junction, and presumably tomorrow we will be going up that divide, following Mattingly Creek up to around 8,500 feet elevation. Jerry and Bev and Scott and Calls and Dave are coming down from those heights you see off in the distance up near Spangle Lake, and they are descending this way presumably as we speak, and we're supposed to meet at this point here. So I'm going to go ahead and take it easy, relax, recline, and if they step on me then, or if they go past me, then they've gone too far. So I'll be here and wait for them hopefully to come show up in an hour or two. Scott and Bev are demonstrating tent disassembly for professionals.
Early in the morning.
It didn't even work the first time when I tried to use it in the morning, but I figured it was just cold. That'll suck the battery power down real fast.
And
the roses between two thorns.
here's the group. Calls is taking her leave this morning to go down to Atlanta, and the rest of us are going to continue on up Mattingly Creek.
Woo, bye!
Yeah. Upward and onward.
Bev crosses Mattingly Creek. Scott and I are already across, and Jerry is over there putting his water shoes on. No, you're fine. And now our amphibious frog is crossing the creek. Although I don't quite understand the strategy of water shoes, but he's walking across the rocks to keep his feet dry.
Catching his breath.
Maybe he doesn't want to get his pants legs wet.
He's got a tape on the bottom of his foot.
Oh, okay.
Protecting his foot.
Crossings like these are where hiking poles really come in handy. give that little portable guardrail, and we have a successful crossing. This is a look at Mattingly Peak up ahead of us. You can definitely tell it's a part of the Sawtooths. Well, the trail has kind of broken out into a clearer view of Mattingly Peak, and really see the characteristic saw teeth that gives this place its name. Mattingly Creek is off to our right. We've been following it uphill, and our trail is taking us up to that V somewhere up there, and then we'll be going on around the bend of these mountains that have been, I got to lift the camera way up here almost into the sun to see these peaks, 9,000 foot peaks that are towering above us here. And we'll be curving around through that V. We'll be curving around and then turning south eventually and doing a double back of the direction that we've been kind of going today as we head into the South Fork Ross drainage on our way to Ross Peak. One more look at Mattingly there.
Low, a bit of vertical. Quite a bit of vertical.
About packed.
Well, the fly is like my
Yeah, it's got a nice big monitor on it.
Nice little waterfall coming down here, still Mattingly Creek, and I think we're going to make a right turn in that notch that goes between the tall mountain in front of us and the one to the right. The trail will bend around that way, and then we'll be turning to the south towards Ross Peak. And Jerry is up ahead, and Scott and Bev, and we're going to try to do a little bushwhacking up over that saddle to see Mattingly Lake, hopefully. So this is just incredible. Looking back now towards where we were this morning. We've been following Mattingly Creek all day. And we're just under the jagged spires of Mattingly Peak. That's Calls flying over us. Guess her ride got to Atlanta. Well, I made it about 2/3 of the way up this climb, and I've decided to turn back. Jerry's already decided to turn back. Scott and Bev are going on, pushing over for the top to get over there and see Mattingly Lake. So this is looking up the drainage of Mattingly Creek from where we're at, way down there beside the trail. Probably about 500 feet, vertical feet down. The trail's going to continue up this canyon here and then make a bend around and pass over about 8,500, something like that, and then we'll be heading down into the Ross Fork drainage. So sounds like we're going to be making camp over there somewhere in that flat area over there. So I've decided to turn around also, probably about 300 feet short of the top, and just check out this view. It's just incredible up here. Make sure I have my footing before I turn the camera around. I'm up fairly close to Mattingly Peak now, and Scott and Bev are on up there, heading. They should be behind that cliff there and heading for the saddle, and then they'll drop down into the lake. So, but as for me, I'm going to turn around at this point.
Do you have places for tents?
Haven't seen any yet.
How big are they? Is it full?
No, that's okay.
Oh, I dumped the sweater out because I thought you said there was a full one up there.
No, I said there was one.
Uh-oh.
Pretty good.
Oh.
Are we going to pump some water?
Now, we don't have to leave before the sun kind of dehydrates our tents, do we?
No hurry.
Bitty, bitty, bitty. One hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises.
Limerick oysters.
Oh, 4 limerick oysters, 5 corpulent porpoises.
Right.
I just wanted to say dolphins. I could swore.
Check out this balancing rock here that Scott just set up.
Or at least until the first big wind.
The first big wind usually does come in.
Well, downhill for a long ways.
Yeah, we should pick up a stream here shortly.
Battle array. Oh, regalia. 7,000 Macedonians in full battle array. Don Alverzo. Who the heck was that?
I'm trying to remember. I think I actually heard him referred to.
Got a little turn here in the trail to go to North Fork, Ross Fork Trail. Up this way. And we're hoping Scott and Bev made the same turn.
Well, you get your extra mileage in there, Doug.
Yeah.
You were just enjoying the downhill.
Well, actually, it makes me nervous. We were just talking about how I have to watch the big, medium-sized little rocks because
Yeah.
it's easy to roly-poly on them. So we go that way.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong trail.
I just got through telling Beth. Back to wait at the signs.
Yeah, Scotty just said, when we get to the fork, he thought it was in a mile or two.
Yeah. See, Bev, you would have been all the way down there.
Yeah, we would have been.
We're lost.
It would have taken more than a song to bring me back up here.
Must be a J, you think?
Well,
Sounds
It is. I saw him a minute ago.
sliding across down here. That sounds like a drag.
This is where we've come from. Wish they'd have run the trail right across that ridge there.
That would make too much
Connect
sense.
up there instead of dropping us down in that drainage down there and then back up the other side. But the trail is what it is. This is the top of Johnson Creek Trail, which is the ICT East.
And that,
Well, we've arrived at the Ross Fork Alturas Divide. Another ICT marker on the post there. And this definitely qualifies as a Kodak moment, as we get to look down into the Ross Fork drainage and across the way. Somewhere over there is our objective, Ross Peak. And once we summit that, or actually the pass, then we drop down 11 miles to Willow Creek and we'll be done. Piece of cake, right?
Yeah. Rather than
And this is a really cool view here.
linear distance.
See if I can zoom this thing.
Divide up some of the winding.
Looks like the part of the White Cloud Mountains off there in the distance.
Oh, man.
a little steep section there, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sure was.
Check out this idyllic little swimming hole down here with the waterfalls coming down and the deep pool at the bottom. Only wish I had time to stop and scramble down there and take a plunge. And now we've reached the turn to go into the South Fork of the Ross Fork. A little close-up of the sign here and the Idaho Centennial Trail sign. The middle sign says South Fork, Ross Fork Creek. Entering burned area. Expect hazards such as falling trees and rocks, flooding and gullies. Trails may be impassable. Travel at your own risk. Well, here we go. Looks like we found a little fixer-upper place here along the trail. Some old mining cabins or something. Well, we've come a couple of miles up the South Fork of the Ross Fork Creek, and we're getting close to our destination, Ross Peak up there. I'm not sure exactly which saddle we go over because it all looks different from this side from when I looked at it from above, but that's where we'll be heading tomorrow. And I just spotted some tents up ahead in the distance, so looks like Jerry and Bev and Scott have made camp, so I'll catch up with them. Well, we're on the trail a little earlier this morning on Friday morning. You can see Jerry up ahead heading up the trail. You can see the peaks up ahead lit by the early morning sun. We're going to summit at the saddle below Ross Peak, hopefully by noon today, and then we'll have 11 more miles to the finish line tomorrow. On we go. Give you a little sample of walking on the ICT here. That's my cup you can hear clanking around on my backpack. There's Jerry. Turning around to check on me. See if we can see him closer. There he is. Go frog, go. We have some interesting trail markers here left by Scott and Bev, who reached this point on the trail on the climb to Ross Peak and have taken a side hike off to one of the Ross lakes and left us, said they would leave us some obvious markers. This is one of them. Here's the next one. And there's Scott's cap there, along with the sign that says Ross Fork Lakes. So Jerry and I have come to the conclusion that Scott and Bev took this side trail. We can't figure out why. It just seems to, I don't know. Jerry's sitting over there right by an ICT sign. Amazing.
There's one behind you over there too.
And one behind us as well. So we can't complain about the signs on this trip. Here comes Jerry up the trail. I think he's giving dictation to his tape recorder.
Just making my own notes.
Let me get a close-up of your eye, Jerry, so we can have documentation of it. Yep, that's a beauty. That was from tent pole snapping him in the eye.
No, it was calls that hit me.
We're getting closer to the saddle, and this is looking at some of the jagged spires and turrets and of the sawtooths. Really incredible to be here. Getting closer to the saddle. That's 9,200 feet up there. Maybe we've got another half mile to go to get there. And the camera just doesn't do justice, folks, to the amount of work it takes to get up here. But this is pretty incredible. I can't wait to talk to Jerry on top. This is a feeling that reminds me of when Jerry and I went up to the saddle above Hunt Lake up in northern Idaho, except with a trail. Now I've broken out of the trees and there's a little clearer view of the saddle. Ross Peak is up over this way. That's not the summit of it, but it goes on up to 9,700 feet. And Jerry's up there ahead of me on the trail somewhere. I don't think he's reached the saddle yet. But hopefully I'll get... Oh, there he is. Okay, now I see him. He's coming out of the trees up that last curve. Here he goes. Go frog, go. Up to the saddle. Go, Jerry! Amazing. High point of the ICT. He's going for the top, folks. Just a few yards more. There he is. Now it's my turn to go up there and join him. There's a really good sentinel shot up there. Wait for the camera, Jerry.
In the trees.
Up close?
Yeah,
Or can you see
yeah,
it from here?
I hiked into it.
Oh, okay.
I
You were
came up to the
exploring.
ridge and then I came over this way,
I see. Okay.
found the lake, and then I went
Okay.
back and there's a trail leading down through the clearing back
Right.
down to the road, or
Okay.
the other
Main.
trail.
Main one.
Yeah,
Looking down on Ross Lakes down there.
Neat.
Neat.
For future hikers, there's a good camp down there.
And a look at the past. Last couple of days when we
Me too.
came down
Just a gun.
Yeah. that's
came
the
down the
Valley.
North Fork
Yes, there we go. One,
of the
two,
Ross Fork
three, four,
drainage,
probably that fifth one with the red
and
on it,
then we
the
came
backside
up
of it, maybe?
part yesterday and the rest today
No,
up
no, I
the
think
South
that's
Fork
about
of the
it.
Ross drainage,
See the
Yeah.
headwaters way up there?
and
Yeah.
looking
I
down you
went
can
in
see
Yeah,
the
that looks like a
and came
continuous
along.
ridge going out there.
Yeah. Mattingly.
see the path coming up,
Wow.
switchbacking up the hill.
Covered a lot of territory, but
Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
That's
very cool.
got you guys up there.
We got 10 miles to go, and I may not stop smiling.
We hope you don't.
Well,
Get some
Jerry,
trail sign documentation here from the saddle.
Maybe I should put on automatic.
That's looking up at Ross Peak up there, 9,700 something feet, and Willow Creek Trail number 19, I think it says. Hard to read some of these. It says Willow Creek Road 10. I kind of beg to differ. I think it's 11, but from the previous time I hiked it. But hey, now I have to duplicate something I did my first time up here at this saddle when I took a self-portrait of me
This one's for you, Jerry.
with the signs, with hopefully with Ross Fork in the background. And there's a look at our intrepid adventurers there, and Scott getting ready to balance a rock, I think.
Jerry's name.
And this is going to be something to watch here.
Now, in a minute.
Oh! Had a balanced rock there for a second. This takes an incredible amount of skill, folks.
And years of practice. And fingers show.
Here we go.
And we have documentation now. The balanced rock.
We're Scott out.
Yeah. I've been here for at least 10 seconds. Congratulations. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool, guys. So did we get a sign? You guys are on camera, I think.
Okay.
Have anything to say?
Second time on top here.
Looking good, guys. Gorgeous
Now,
day.
here.
Gorgeous valley.
Great
Either
moment to
side.
share with friends.
Yeah. On top of the world. You already got a panorama, I assume.
Yeah.
On. Okay. And we got some salmon and crackers to share with people. Boy, look how bright red this field is. Thank you, Jerry. Isn't that gorgeous?
This is lunch with a view.
Is this kosher?
Pardon?
Is it kosher? It's a Jewish sounding name.
I don't know.
It's
kosher,
Jerry. Definitely.
It's actually probably Scandinavian.
Yay! Oh.
Here they come.
us on the top.
So we need to go back.
We need to go back.
So we just use Photoshop.
Yeah, much easier.
Well, we seem to have run into an unusual roadblock here. With about looks like a few hundred sheep on the trail. So bravely, I'm going to let the other three go ahead of me.
So why don't we stay together, huh?
Wait. Hola. Hola, perritos.
There's quite a few here.
Well, their dogs will get very nasty.
Spray painted on their back.
There's just like hundreds on these hills.
Quiet. Quiet.
Nice to have somebody to connect.
You got one on the right.
One on the right. Stand down.
Here's something I wanted to document that I thought was interesting from last hike I did on this trail. But this spring that's right on the trail, it just comes out basically from under these rocks off the side of this hill and then flows over the trail. But you never know when a small seep like this can be a lifesaver. You learn to appreciate water out here on the trail. Well, it's Saturday morning, our last morning, and Scott and Bev are on their way down the trail. They're going to head for the hot springs. Jerry and I will be right behind them here in about an hour. We found this nice hunter's camp about 5 miles up from the end of the trail. We have a table and everything. Chairs. There's my tarp tent. Fire pit, which we didn't use. Water close by. We had everything we needed. This is definitely worth a picture. We're coming down to the last mile and a quarter before we hit the trailhead. And we got about another mile plus change beyond that to get down to the river, where Jerry will officially complete his Idaho Centennial Trail hike. And I just heard a call down there further down. It sounds like Scott and Bev at the hot springs. We're getting in the hot springs territory, but the walls, you can see the mountains rising up on the other side there in the distance. That's Virginia Gulch, and that's the next climb out from the river, but our trip ends at the river. Here we are walking the last 100 yards to the trailhead, and then beyond that we'll have about another mile and change down to the river.
There's an outhouse.
There's a wild wolf down there too.
There's some live people down there too.
They look like Finnegan. We don't know anyone with a dog.
Hey, there's calls. Hi. Hey, Pooch.
Hi. This is Mary, my friend Mary.
Hi.
How's it going?
Great.
Congratulations, guys.
I am excited.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put him in the
I'm Ron.
corral up there.
Yeah. Ron.
Did you run?
Well, poor Jerry tried to finish the ICT, and this is what happened to him. So, poor frog.
Okay. We are the group.
Alex.
Great. Thank you.
Video. Alex. at it.
It's like you guys are too slow.
Well, we were up on the divide and we
Thank
saw
you.
some tracks.
Coming
but
to the
that's about it.
end.
Hey, Fry! Good to see you, man.
I heard you got quite the shiner.
Hey, the news travels fast. Turn around, guys. Jerry, turn around.
Brian, be...
Gone now.
There you go. Happy camping.
Oh, God, he does have his arm in his hand.
We weren't lying.
No.
Final steps.
Get up there, Ron. Ron, you want me to take a video?
Sure.
All right, here
It's
you go,
on.
Mary.
Record is on. so
Okay, all right.
It's just the red button. Oh, this is Jerry's moment anyway.
Why did I have this thing? Post the pictures of the road. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and there's a tape.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
We have a ribbon cutting.
The other side can get a better picture.
Nice.
Hi.
Alright, well here's what we'll do, okay? Ron and I have this thing when we tie two legs together. Oh. You always gotta slap the side. Ready, Ron?
Yeah.
You get over there.
Okay.
Ready?
Woo-hoo!
Okay, get close.
Congratulations! Yay!
Alright.
Well done.
Okay. I don't know if I can bend over that far.
Where's your pack? Come on, old man.
Left. The pack doesn't get credit.
Okay, well we will. We're going this way.
Nice,
Okay?
good.
I like this coat.
Allie, come here. Yay!
Hi, Jewel. Hi, Katie. Whoop, that stopped her.
Whoa! Now we gotta get a picture.
Thank you.
We gotta get a picture.
Hi, Brianna.
Oh,
Very good. Thank you.
God, good to see you again. You do.
Hi, Julie. I'm Jason. How are you? Oh, what a beautiful family. Injured it. Oh, he's got a great story for that one, too.
We've already heard some of that. So elbow or shoulder? Shoulder. Have you had problems with it before?
No, you So how old are you?
Almost 2.
4 months. Yesterday and 2 weeks ago.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
I've got some stuff for you. I've got some stuff for you. I've got some stuff for Cal. From the last
The
time.
lost and found
The
box.
lost and found, we all have to do the little teapot thing?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Last journey, Jerry, we got matches.
Yeah, you know, I found...
There you go.
Jerry calls him Fred.
I missed your prepare.
This is his immunity idol, so he doesn't get voted off the trail.
You had to rub 260 on it, right?
And he's got all sorts of hikes on his staff as
Wait,
well.
matches? He didn't use flint and steel?
Imogene.
He'll get to carve Idaho Centennial Trail on
That's
here now.
right.
Yeah.
Thorn Creek. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Sawtooth
Alice Lake
Mountains
Loop.
down there. Boise
Sawtooth.
Ridge. Imogene.
Alice Lake.
But he'll get to officially carve
That's
ICT
right.
on here now. You're okay.
You got it, Bryce. You're awesome. Are you ready? The tune is do 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 do. That's a practice. Do do do. Ready? See, this I've been doing in the tent. He's 6'4", hiker to the core, but his feet are getting sore from hiking on the ICT. Do-do-do, through peaks and bogs and over logs. He answers to the name of frog while hiking on the ICT. With mountain vistas, incredible sight, but he's Miss Betty in that camp every night. So, okay guys, get those knees ready. So, Jerry, Dog, here's to you. Your hike is through. We all are very proud of you for conquering the ICC.
Yay!
Oh, you have all these hidden talents.